Hello everyone and welcome back to Technically Unsure, where I'm not really sure what I'm doing technically.
What am I doing?
Today in this video, I came across something I have been sent to, an email. It took me down rabbit hole, and while you are here, I'm going to take you with me. So I'm going to try to do everything from very beginning, so you will be with me throughout the whole journey. Hopefully this will help fellow content creators to just be aware, be careful, and also learn how they can investigate and research and, see what these sponsorship offers actually are, right, before showing it to your audience. I don't know if you're new to this channel or not, but if you're around for a while, you know this channel, I just literally a couple days ago passed the 1 year mark. I don't think I have a single sponsorship any of my videos. It is not because of lack of offer. Let's just say I don't want to for now. The only thing I have, the devices that I receive, some of them are the ones that vendors send it to me, and I received quite a few different products for, I don't know, computer tables or monitors or VPN or whatever, right? So I'm not doing it. Long story short, it doesn't mean I don't check. When I see something offered to me, sponsorship offer, I just want to know about that product if I don't already know that product. So if it is a famous VPN company and I heard about it, I just ignore it, right? But if it is something odd, I usually like to dig deeper. So that's where you are coming into play now. So I'm going to take you and show you actual everything. And luckily, as I am recording this video, the whole thing is live and alive, okay? Hopefully after this video, it won't be alive anymore. But as of recording, everything you're going to watch on my screen is live, okay? That being said, let's go to my computer. As you can see, this is literally an email that I received on my Gmail. And here you can see that's my unsure technically at Gmail. That's on my profile as well. So that's how you guys are communicating with me. This is literally the email. So dear creator, my name is Michael Barnett, GPT generated something, and I represent a new VPN service company. So here they tell you it's new. So if you look them up and it doesn't come up with anything, you don't say, oh, nobody knows about them. They told you already, it's new, okay? So we are reaching out because we admire the quality. Yeah, right. They haven't even seen a single video of mine, because if they have seen it, they've seen that I reverse engineer stuff. Though I don't think they would have ever sent this to me, which is a big mistake. So we are offering a collaboration opportunity, really. A 1-minute integration in one of your upcoming videos. We'd like to review our service and showcase VPN application to your viewers. If this sounds something you're interested in, would like to hear, blah, blah, blah. And they tell me do 1-minute intro, mid-roll, outro. Yeah, fine. Okay, sure. Now, what you have to do every time you content creator or just anyone really, when you get any offer similar to this, you immediately need to start searching and see if others are saying the same thing, right? And also pay attention to their domain, surfnet.pro. Okay, so when you search surfnet VPN, surfnet.pro comes up. And as you can see, all the links are blue. We are going to check everything together, okay? I checked it on some other computer. I checked some stuff, but here I'm going to walk you through a process like we are investigating this together, right? So look what happens, right? Immediately you see the site. You don't even need to go to the site, right? First, let's see what others are saying. Look how many. Any experience with surfnet? Has anyone done a promo for surfnet? Be cautious with surfnet, right? And here is the sponsorship legit. Let's open up a bunch of them. Actually, you know what? Let's open all of them, right? Let's see what they say. Here, the guy says, I recently was offered a big sponsorship from this company, newfound VPN company called this. Let me know what you think, right? And the guy here explains, and it says, here's all he can find. He said, this is all I can find on them, which isn't much, which I will show you. Here's a screenshot of basically, not screenshot, it's actual site. So whois.com, right? It's surfnet.pro. It is very recently registered, but here it usually should be a red flag. But the thing is, they are already saying we are a new company, so it might not really mean much. But the guys in the Reddit thread, they are saying because it's using the RU, so it's probably, company registered in Russia, and because of that, they are, saying, okay, this is a Russian, there are better products out there. This one is a Russian LLC, they're unavailable due to applicable laws and all that stuff, right? So just because something is Russian, you can immediately jump to a conclusion, right? That would be, I don't know, one of those ist stuff, racist, sexist, or Marxist, something like that, right? I don't know those things. So one of those things, right? So you can't just say because this is Russian, it's bad, right? You can't say that on the internet. Privately, you can. So when you see that, you immediately, get suspicious, and I get it, right? But it doesn't mean anything, right? Is there any evidence of anything? You can't keep reading this. There are hundreds and thousands with .pro TLD. The guys are saying that .pro TLD doesn't really, TLD is a top level domain, right? So the .pro extension of their domain, they are saying it's not really that bad. There's the guy, I got offered sponsorship for surfnet. There's another one. This one is saying it's also another one, and there's more. You can keep reading. A woman wrote me an email, this and that. I am so sorry if any of these people actually tried the VPN, because I got very, very bad news for them, but we are gonna get there. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hopefully these people are just talking about it, not actually user of their VPN. We're gonna get there. Let's see another thread. Here it says we have surfnet for it. They are saying I'm using it with 18 megabytes up, 18 megabyte down, you know, so nobody's complaining about anything serious. They are just saying, you know, it's not good enough, it's this, it's that. Okay, let's keep going. Maybe this is not even the same thing, but anyway, surfnet pro or work with, whatever. So get paid upfront. They are asking about the money stuff, and the comments deleted. I don't even know what those are. Here, be cautious with SurfVPN. And they say, I can't literally find anything on them, which is also a good pointer for you. And also they are saying free VPNs Play Store for a long time. And I am very aware of that, unfortunately. But here, in this case, they have been using Kiwi VPN. You see, it's all that stuff. I'm gonna cut it short, nothing. I really seriously hope these people, and I have no way of reaching out to these people, I guess, I don't know. I don't have a Reddit user. I don't really use it much. I just visit here and there sometimes. But it seems like, you know, these people, if they were content creator and got these offers and they tried the app, I suggest you all to stay here and watch this video. Don't skip anything. It's very important. So let's go. Okay, I'm gonna be the guinea pig, right? So let's say you're not a tech savvy person, or let's say you are not a reverse engineer, but I'm going to try to simplify this as much as I can. Hopefully this will help you all with future or similar things. You all heard about the Linus's channel getting hacked with a sponsorship offer. So don't laugh at anything like that. It can happen to any of you. It's just not that easy to understand what's happening, right? You get an offer. I mean, look at this website. It looks legitimate. It looks a VPN site, right? There is nothing jumps at you that tells you anything that it is a malicious, it's a malware. You have antivirus, and I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna upload their file to every single antivirus that's out there. I'm gonna upload it to VirusTotal. Maybe somebody else already did, but you get the point. Let's see. I'm going to download the free VPN. So first of all, let me tell you all who are watching this video, there's nothing free. Like how you know there is no free energy, right?
There is no free energy. They're all fake.
There's no free VPN. Just so you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys know, people who follow my channel are usually, you know, tech savvy people. So, you know, if VPN is free, you are the product, you know, so you get the point. So there is no free VPN. And don't get me started on generally just VPNs in general, you know, don't get me started on that. And that's a different video. That doesn't matter. Let's keep going. One of the first things you have to do is VirusTotal. When you receive a file from a company, from someone who doesn't know, you don't know them, right? You just do this. And as you can see, one day ago, somebody else uploaded. It wasn't me. I swear I didn't upload this. So it is telling you that other people, other content creators are receiving this, and they are doing the right thing. They are sending it to VirusTotal. And unfortunately, people get a false sense of security when they see there's literally zero detection in the app. There is no detection. It's zero. That doesn't even count. That's just bullshit. That is nothing. It's a generic heuristic detection. Doesn't mean anything. 1 out of 60, it's nothing. So people will get the false sense that this is safe and they will start running this. But now I'm going to show you a couple of things. Hopefully this will help you in the future. Now you received this file, right? So as you can see, I brought the file to my documents folder. Okay, let me just create a new folder, call it investigation, right? We don't know. So MSI files, you can easily extract them with many tools, but I don't want the fancy tools. I don't want to install those tools. So what I'm going to use is just 7-zip. Right click on the 7-zip and say extract to surfnet installer folder. There you go. So here you will see the file name partially in the beginning. As you can see, install info.json. Chrome 100%.pack, D3 compiler 47.dll. You get the point? But you see, the extensions are not there, which is good. I don't want to accidentally run some files that's in there, okay? So we are going to start looking at it. These are DLLs, these are locale files, the language files. We don't care about those things. Vulkan is here. Let's just focus on the main files, right? Less important files. And also let's sort it with the size. As soon as you sort it with size, you will see that there is surfnet exe. This is an executable, and we are going to confirm that, right? And you can see, let's see, there are some other files in there, some locale files. Yeah, nothing important really, nothing. And if you want to really know the exe files, right, what you can do is you can open command prompt here and then just say dir, what does it say? .exe star, something like that. There you go. So we have two exes. One is surfnet and then surfnet. So one is a 500 kilobyte surfnet, which I am having trouble finding it, but it should be somewhere. Yeah, here you go. So surfnet exe and the giant surfnet exe. Okay, so two exes. So we immediately open it in a hex editor, and you can see it is actually an MZ header, and it's a PE file, and it's in an executable. So if we know it's an exe file, it's an executable file. It's 148 megabyte. There's no way they wrote a 148 megabyte app for a VPN. There's just no way. So it means that they're using some sort of framework for application development. It's not a code that's written, let's say, in C++, right? They didn't develop this, not even in .NET. So it's an application that's consisted of hundreds of other components, which will make our job harder, but stay tuned, I will show you. So you will see that this is a binary, and you can take a quick look at it. So once you scroll through it, you can easily see some stuff in there. And as you're going through it, some stuff caught my eye. Yeah, here you go. So as I was going through this, I quickly noticed that, you see, there are some JavaScript files in JavaScript. There you go. So elegate.cc and then some JavaScript. I was going through it and I suddenly saw some JavaScript in there. So JavaScript and exe file, I immediately just searched for Electron, right? Because that's one of the very common ones to develop an application for Windows, Linux, and cross-platform, even mobile, with a single platform, and it's Electron. So if you Google it, Electron, you will see cross-platform desktop app development with JavaScript. So you will know that this is an Electron app, okay? When it's an Electron app, I know the answer, but I will show you. If you don't know the answer, it doesn't mean it's hard to figure out, right? So here what you can do is you can say, okay, Electron app, decompile, and just let's see what people are saying and how can you do that. So if you search and look at it, I don't even know this article, but I'm sure we will see it in here. It will mention it somewhere. Yeah, here you go. Not NPX. I have another app in mind. ASR itself. So anyway, you will see that if you install Node.js and install ASR right here, you will be able to unpack the ASR resources pack. That's where the JavaScript codes are. It's not in the exe file. It's not on the bundle in the execution file. It's not in the surfnet. You see this file, resources.app.asr? That's what you need. That's where the code is. So that's what we are going to extract using the ASR. So in order to do that, we just have to download the Node.js. Okay, as you can see, what I did was I just downloaded Node.js, I installed it, and then I ran a command, basically npm install ASR, and it is running now, ASR-help, and here we are. So if I go to documents, and if I go to investigation folder, and if I go to surfnet folder, you remember the name, you know what? Resources, there you go, right? So what I can do is I can say ASR extract that file, put it into output folder, okay? Now let's see what happens. That's it. If I go back here, you will see there should be an output folder. Ta-da! There's all your JavaScript files. Interesting. So we are here so far, right? And first thing you have to check is actually package.json, because that will tell you which JS file is the main file, which JavaScript file to be executed when. So you start and you see start, Electron Forge start, and Electron Forge package, make Electron, and you see the main one is the main.js as expected. And you see it's the surfnet best secure VPN server service. Oh, really? Okay, let's see if it is. So main.js, we extracted, we open it in the Notepad++, right? Interesting stuff right off the bat. So there is this in base64. So what you can do is you can select it and go to plugins, MIME tools, base64 decode. You see that? surfnet.pro mncd.txt. So that is call-can function. Doesn't matter. So it's in the beginning, it is getting executed, it's getting called. So as you're going through this, right? So you will see it is doing some stuff in here, some files in there, reading some things, it's decrypting something, all that stuff in here, in there, and then you will see if we go back here. Okay, so now let's see. So what you see here is basically they are opening up this URL, right? surfnet.pro/mncd.txt, and then they are appending v equals date now. That's in Java Node.js, right? So I want maybe the server side, they have some checks. They actually maybe really checking date, time, and now, and the cookie, and they want to make sure. So I'm not going to pass an invalid value, right? So what I'm going to do, so as you can see, it reads that URL, right? And then it executes it. But now let's do that. Let's get this, okay? And remember, v equals date.now, right? So what we can do is in here, first of all, in Node.js, open Node and just say date.now, right? There you go. You will see the value right there, okay? So I'm going to paste that in here, v equals, and this is the value, right? So let's paste that. Oh my God, look at that. More JavaScript. And suddenly this happens to be encrypted and it's all scrambled. So, okay, let's copy this, put this in Notepad++ just in case. So we received the payload that if any of you were unfortunate enough to download and run the surfnet VPN, is going to download and run this JavaScript on their computer. So in order to do this, this is very obfuscated, right? So let's just Google. I'm going to discover it with you, let's say. Okay, so we just say JavaScript deobfuscate.io. All right, let's go there. So I'm going to paste my JavaScript. Oh, it says your code looks like it has been obfuscated using obfuscated.io. Would you like to go specific to that? Yes, sure. Let's go there. It's here. And then we paste the code in there. Let's see if there's anything special. No, deobfuscate. Okay. So now we got our deobfuscated proper code in here. So let's copy this, put it in Notepad++ in a new one, and let's go through this. First of all, let's set the language to JavaScript so it's easier to the eye. Okay, there you go. So let's see what the functions are and what they are trying to do. As we are going through this, as I'm scrolling, so we see a function that says send message. Okay, leave me alone and nolog11.txt. That's a strange folder to have, but we'll see what it means. And then there is check happiness, which we are going to talk about. And it says check happiness, and it calls the bot and get updates on Telegram. On this channel, it asks Telegram bot to say, is it happy? Check happiness. And based on the response of it, is it allow or disallow, right? And we'll see what that means shortly. And then as you're looking at the code, immediately something should jump at you. You see that? Sent files, and it looks for desktop, and it looks for documents, and it is reading all those files, and it says send files, right? And then it gets worse. Look at this, format MBR. And if this file doesn't exist, see, leave me alone, no MBR 11.txt doesn't exist, it will actually run and do the stuff in there, which I will tell you, it exactly does what it says. It clears up the MBR. Well, Windows 11 is not really that easy. You can recover and fix and all that stuff, I get it, but it is trying to format the MBR, destroy the master boot record of your computer, and then it calls shutdown command, which will actually run a command that's in Windows. Basically, it will run shutdown -f-s-t0. This is literally what they are going to run after getting this function getting called, right? And you will see it downloads and run driver, and it is again calling a URL, which is this, and then again date.now. So let's go back to this, and if we replace this to this and run, would you look at that? A giant base64 string is getting returned to us. And if we paste it in a new file. This one is 10 megabyte and I don't need it in base64 format. So I'm going to base64 decode and I'm going to save it as, let's say, run-driver.bin. Don't save it as a binary file so you don't accidentally run it. So here you go, run binary driver. And if you open it in hex editor, there you go, you have it. There's another binary file. So this one is corrupted, but I will tell you, it's purely because they are stupid. So here, what you can see is what they are trying to do is they are saying replace AAAMZ to MZ, which is MZ header, the PE header, and they have a PE to replace to be PE. The thing is, that's their way of obfuscating a binary to be not runnable, corrupting the PE header so you can't really download, decode, and run it. But the thing is, that obfuscation is not there. Even if you see AAAMZ is nowhere in the file. Look, it's not there. And if you search PE, it's not there. So the one they are delivering is not compatible with their own stupid code. So they made a mistake somewhere. Beside the point. Let's keep going. So you will see if you come all the way down, they are calling surfnet.pro/ping, and what they are doing is they are getting the task list in this variable, and then they are checking if you are actually running this application in a virtual machine. So some of you might be smart and say, you know what, I'm going to get their surfnet VPN and I'm going to run it in virtual machine. If it is malware, nothing going to happen, and if it is okay, then I will accept the sponsorship deal and whatever. But the thing is, they are checking for VirtualBox. This is VirtualBox. These both are VirtualBox services, and these are VMware services. If this is a stupid, very stupid way to check if you are running inside a virtual machine, and it's so easy to bypass, but let's keep going. It is looking to see if you are actually running it inside a virtual machine. And I got some news for you. And then look what happens. It checks the file count on desktop. It checks the file counts on /OneDrive desktop. It checks the files count in downloads and the file size in all these combined together. If they are less than 0 or the files don't exist and it's not enough, it will know that this system is not real, and it will show a message. This system does not have the latest security update and this is an empty system. They will send this message to who? To their ping to URL. So the admin panel, they will know that this computer is not a real system. It's an empty system, or it's a low process count system, or VirtualBox detected. They are sending this messages back to the admin panel so they know what type of machine is that. And then they check if the computer is in blocked IPs list. And blocked IPs list is most likely the IP addresses belong to sandboxes and virtual machines and all that stuff, right? So if you open this up in here, there you go. So these are a list of IP addresses. And if we copy any of these, right, these are the IP addresses, ip2location.com. Let's just say paste the URL, IP address. Let's see what they are. Okay, so here you can see one of them is an SNet, some company, some IP address. Then there is another IP. So what, you get the point, right? These guys, whatever the reason, maybe these guys were researchers. So this one is in Brazil. So maybe they figured out that these IP addresses, these people are actually onto them, or for whatever reason, they block these IP addresses, right? It doesn't work on these IP addresses. So it checks if this machine is one of those IP addresses. And if it is, look what it does. Nasty stuff. Formats the master boot record, shut down the computer. That's what they're doing. They're nasty. So they're saying also pig detected. So I don't know what that means, but those guys who those IP addresses are pig, and then if they run this application, it will format the master boot record and then shut down the computer so you can't use your operating system anymore. But that's the smallest part. That's not the nastiest part. So you will see they have other stuff, and there is also a whitelist. And if it is a whitelisted IP address, they don't do anything. And for whitelisting, they are looking if you have c/leave me alone folder and police11.txt. So if you have this file in your computer, you are in whitelist, and they immediately say whitelist detected and exit the process. So if you had this file in this folder in your C drive, you were immune basically to this malware. So it's a nasty, nasty, nasty malware that steals all your files and has the ability to communicate with that Telegram bot and run commands arbitrarily. Whatever they say, whatever they give to this application, it will execute it, and then it will also steal the files that you have arbitrarily, and also reading from the documents folder, from your desktop folder, from your OneDrive, from your home folder. folder where you might have your SSH keys or your wallet stuff. So it just steals anything and everything and uploads it. And also, it's not enough. It is always in communication with their admin panel to basically get updates, as you can see, and more commands and what else to do. So based on what they're receiving, they can even do more and more nasty stuff. So this is literally their application. And don't get me started on this corrupted MZ file. So I looked into this. I honestly didn't spend too much time, but this MZ C2 in here, it seems wrong. And you will see, you see there's C2 and C3s spread across the header in here. You see there are so many C2s and C3s. I guess that's a mistake, or it has to be XORed with a C2 or something. I don't know. There are some errors in this file intentionally, but the thing is their own application doesn't have the capability to fix it so they can run it. So that part is for now immune. Obviously they can easily fix that now. It's now mentioned in here, but hopefully before they do that, people will see this video, and I'm going to contact every single antivirus company out there and share my findings. So these guys going to be blacklisted and detected by all the antiviruses. But here's the deal. This is an application that uses Electron. An Electron application, as you saw there, it's 100 megabyte file, as you can see here, right? So it's 100 megabyte, 148, 150 megabyte file, right? 144. And this file, the Electron applications are so generic. There are so many hundreds, maybe thousands of applications that are running in Electron on Windows and Linux and Mac and all that stuff, right? The thing is, the difference is not in this application. The difference is in the resources file. So it's not really super hard for these guys to just repack their shit application that they wrote in Electron, change the JavaScript in here, obfuscate the JavaScript code even further and more, and change the domain or change the URL or change the way they are receiving the files, and they will just basically get around the issues with antiviruses. So it's not that easy. I am going to try my best after this video, recording this video. I'm going to make sure that it's not going to stay 1 out of 59. Hopefully this will go up to a very higher number. But the thing is, as I said, it is not end of their operation. They will just change the JavaScript, obfuscate, encrypt, and they will come back at other content creators. So long story short, reverse engineering, I understand, can be challenging and it requires a lot of effort. But two things. First of all, if you can't trust the company, please don't recommend it to your audience and don't tell them to just go install it. Just imagine, I have, I don't know, 130 something subscribers, right? Imagine if I accepted that deal, didn't even notice the malware, and told my audience in the middle of my video, hey guys, this is a free VPN app, just go check them out, right? I don't know how many people would have downloaded and installed it. So don't recommend stuff like that to your audience if you don't know the company really, and if you haven't researched them very well. That's kind of obvious. I think everybody knows that, and everybody, I hopefully follows that. But on top of that, let's say you are on your own, right? I showed you guys, there is almost nothing on the Reddit. Everybody is just suspicious that they are Russian maybe, and that might be even not real, right? Just because their domain ends with that .ru thing doesn't mean these guys are in Russia. So it is possible, but it doesn't mean that. It's not 100%. So what I mean is, if you are like me right here on your own and there is no other people have ever looked at this, and even Virus Total is telling you it's clean, there is no virus in this thing, it is still meaningless. If Virus Total tells you 0, forget the 1, it says 0 out of 59, it's not something that you can recommend still, unless you, again, there's some security researchers or yourself dig deep into their application, investigate them and figure things out. You cannot be sure that this is a clean and clear application. So please keep that in mind. I just wanted to very quickly record this video, publish it. Now I got some things to do. I have to submit this and my report to a lot of antivirus companies, and hopefully get this blacklisted and hopefully the domain taken down. But this is going on. As you can see, somebody uploaded a day ago and it wasn't me again. So people are receiving this. Hopefully we will stop that. But yeah, just be careful with unknown applications like this, and there is no free VPN and there is no free energy. All right, thanks for watching, and hopefully you learned something, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.